This dollar yen is going to attract some real attention for reasons that Philip has already alluded to. Intervention, where the yen is, they've already intervened, and they were quoted by some as saying that 82 was the level that they were intervening. Now 82 is exactly the point where we are. So okay, we are in no position to start second guessing the Bank of Japan, but we must be aware of their bias, their desires. Now we have to take a long shot back here, and we're going to go, as I told you before we start, we're going to have a little nosy back to, let me just get a load of data on here. Now I'm going to bring up a monthly chart. I haven't actually looked at this, but as you can see, it's warranted, because see this low here, 1995. Now, as most of you know, once you have a level in there that is significant enough, then you don't take it out, and this is precisely why. Okay, that low, if you look at the little box there, the low 81.12, that was the low made in 95. And look, we slid into it with momentum. We posted the low of 81.12 and we flew straight back out and had 4 or 5 months up. Went straight back to 95.70. We went from 88.24 straight through 95.70 in the same month, and carried on going and going and going right to 145. I mean, that is, you know, that's a 2 or 3 year trade that you certainly want to be part of. Now, how about this? That's a monthly, oh, mind you. Here's the weekly. We've sunk into these lows. Okay, it's from 01. We've gone into these lows. There we were. We've come down through the 84, 83, from momentum low, through momentum low, and now we're back, and we've gone to the all-timer of the 81.12, posted in 95, and the low of this week is 81.36. So we're 15 odd pips away from, I mean, it's, this is a multi-trillion-dollar market a day. That's as damn near as spot on for us. So that 81.12 is a major price point, and we have to be very vigilant of the price action around here. Now we come to the daily. There's our intervention. Look, for 83 to 86, and the market has just consistently. We had two follow-on days, and we just consistently traded off. We've had 2 minor up days, very minor, until we get damn near that 81.12, and we rally back inside yesterday's price action. Okay, that is something for us to be wary of. So our structural short then, no doubt, is the 81.12. There it is, the 81.12. That's our structural short. Now, in terms of a structural long, we've got the momentum low that we all know of 84.83. That is technically our structure. But you know, if you want to be brave, you know, you could have, you know, you could buy, you know, for a longer term trade, you could buy this. You know, so you're going against the trend. The trend is down. There's no doubt. We all know that. But you could have maybe bought this with a stop the other side of 81.12 if it's going to really respect this, with a stop and reverse. But you know, that's another story. Technically speaking, the structure is 84.83. Yes, you could the low of 82.87. The low of 82.87, which does accommodate that, does represent a momentum low. You could initiate the long at 82.86. If we hold above this 81.12, push on back through here, but the stronger buy would be the 84.83. So you can get in early here, and a stronger buy would be the 84.83. So we've got two structures really. Looking at the intraday on the dollar yen, again this gives us a bit more of an idea. So we've had this, we're consistently we're grinding down. We had the push down through the 1 day low down towards the 81.12 and very quickly returned back above the 1 day low. So this is, you know, we had a very short time spent down below 82, only to come back and trade back above. So we'd be interested in taking the long. We've got a 3 day low here. That's a momentum low. It's some support that is acting as a bit of resistance here in a very range bound tight trading range. 82.20 would be our nearest buy, and of course 82.20 we're above the 81.12. Our short, I mean, there's no point in going short until we get to the 81.12. That rules the day, the 81.12. So if we're going long at the 82.20, we're going to have our stop at 81.72, which is the 2 day low that we traded back into. There's a momentum low here, traded down and back through. We didn't want to spend too long below that level. The market is respecting that. We're pretty tight. So if we're going long, we want to have our stop at 81.72 and it's going to be our short stop as well. Okay, so it's really though about in that dollar yen, it's really about the 81.12 and how the price action is going to be, because it's actually quite rudimentary. This price action is quite tight. It's not that choppy, and we know what that means. When the trading's nice and tight, it doesn't usually stay that way for long. So, you know, it's sort of inviting the BOJ really. So anyway, we'll see. That's a dollar yen. Bear with me. I'm just going to stop the recording.